Let's talk about H.R. 4350, shall we? H.R. 4350, or the National Defense Authorization Act, will let President Joe Biden become a dictator who can launch land, sea, and air operations against the American people. The Democrat leadership has the votes in the House and Senate, and when turned into law, H.R. 4350 will allow the president to use the military for domestic operations. It also states that the president will have the sole power over the military domestically, and Congress will have no oversight. It also says in Section 529A, this is absolutely the key, countering extremism in the armed forces, a purge of the military of anybody that supports populism of America. The big takeaway is that there will be no congressional oversight of what the military does. Anything that violates our rights or basic freedoms or the 10th Amendment is null and void. The said legislation has been added to the new spending bill last week by Representative Adam B. Schiff, chairman of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. The amendment is set to be added to the act, which the House plans to take up this week. This un-American amendment will fundamentally and irreparably erode Congress' constitutional oversight responsibilities, said New York Representative Elise Stefanik, a member of the Armed Services Committee and chairwoman of the House Republican Conference. She added that the House Democrats, led by Schiff, are attempting to cover up for the national security crisis of the weakest commander-in-chief in U.S. history. Schiff got no attention until over the weekend. The Democratic Party controls the House and Senate to say no oversight over the U.S. military and domestic operations. But more importantly, only the president is in charge of the military. So that's martial law. That is dictatorial powers right there. Y'all remember Henry IV, who orchestrated false flags in England so he could go to war with France? This is domestically against the American people with the backdrop of the worldwide collapse, inflation, and a doddering president. The Democrats will purge the military and defund the cops. They will have the mainstream media back them up, and as well as the courts, House, Senate, and the presidency through fraud. And they're not going to let us take the country back with them without staging massive false flags as the pretext for this to happen. I really need to make me a tinfoil hat, because our conspiracies just keep coming true. Get ready, folks. It's about to get wild.